Competition in the mid-range segment of truly wireless earphones is heating up. In 2021, we've already seen some stellar mid-range TWS under Rs 10,000, such as the Oppo Enco X, the OnePlus Buds Pro, and a few others. Today, we have yet another TWS product under 10K that we're going to be taking a closer look at, the Google Pixel Buds A series. This is Google's third attempt at the Pixel Buds. They're essentially a more stripped down version of the 2020 Pixel Buds. With these buds, Google is banking heavily on hands-free Google Assistant integration to make a case for themselves, since they don't have other prevalent features at this price range, such as active noise cancellation and the works. So is this formula going to work for Google? Let's find out. Hey everyone, I'm Dhriti and welcome to Digit, your one-stop shop for all things tech. Before we delve into this review and side note find out some interesting things about the Google Pixel Buds A series' sound signature, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and turn on post notifications as well. With that being said, let's get right into it. We're tackling what matters most first, the performance. With formidable competitors like the Oppo Enco X, Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro and the OnePlus Buds Pro, the Google Pixel Buds A series has got a lot to prove. The earbuds feature custom-designed 12mm dynamic drivers and support the SPC and AAC audio codecs. If you're looking for high-quality codec support such as aptX or LDAC, unfortunately, the Google Pixel Buds A series doesn't have that going for it. Coming to the audio signature of the earphones, these buds deliver a fairly balanced, close to neutral sound. However, the bass response is somewhat muted on the default EQ setting. At Digit, we attempt to give you an unbiased view of everything we review. So for objective testing, we use a measurement microphone from iSemcon paired with an adapter from SLS Audio that is made specifically to test earphones. As for our audio interface device, we use the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. All of this is hooked up to a PC running the Smart DI V2 software that generates frequency response graphs for the headphones, indicating their sound signature. In the uncompensated frequency graph of the Google Pixel Buds A series, you can clearly see that the entire bass region of the frequency range is underemphasized in comparison to a neutral sound signature. This means genres such as rap, hip-hop, pop, EDM, and Bollywood will lack thump and punchiness when it comes to bass. In comparison, the mids from 500 Hz onwards up until the highs up to 5.5 kHz are well represented in the mix, giving mid and high frequency sounds such as vocals and other instruments a greater presence in music tracks compared to the bass. Additionally, the volume levels of the Google Pixel Buds A series is also on the lower side, so we had to bump up the volume all the way up to 80 to 90% to get enough drive and energy from the music we were listening to. Turning up the volume can cause the highs to sound slightly shrill and can cause added sibilance as well. However, all of this is pretty easily rectified by turning on the Bass Boost EQ preset in the Pixel Buds app for Android devices only. Yeah, if you own an iOS device, you're pretty much stuck with what you get since the app is not supported on iOS yet. With the Bass Boost EQ turned on, the lows got a much more commanding presence in the mix. However, the range from around 125 to 350 Hz is still under our ideal neutral response. Nevertheless, with this EQ mode active, genres we mentioned above such as rap and pop got a boost of dynamism injected with punchy lows that don't sound muddled or distorted. Additionally, in rock songs, you can prominently hear kick drums and bass lines without compromising the quality of the mids and the highs. In our opinion, the default EQ setting is most suited to vocal-centric music or to listen to podcasts. The Bass Boost EQ setting is a bit more dynamic and energetic, even though the low bass response is slightly above ideal. As for the mids and the highs in both EQ settings, they sound detailed and close to neutral. Vocals especially sound great with excellent clarity and presence. Overall, we like the Google Pixel Buds A series' sound quality, but were more inclined towards the bass boost EQ setting for general music listening purposes. So it's disappointing that iOS users won't get to experience this or even choose between the two according to their preferences. The soundstage of these earbuds is pretty decent, possibly due to spatial vents provided that open up the stage more and help avoid the plugged ear feeling. However, these spatial vents do negatively impact passive isolation. So if you're in a fairly loud environment, such as an office or in commute, you will be able to hear your surroundings pretty easily. This may cause you to crank up the volume even further, which is not ideal for your ears. In the mid-range segment, we prefer the Oppo Enco X's sound signature in comparison to the Google Pixel Buds A series. The Oppo Enco X handles all frequencies well with its coaxial dual drivers and offers excellent sound quality with textured and well-defined lows, detailed mids and sparkly highs. Moving on to the microphone performance, the Google Pixel Buds A series comes with dual beamforming mics on each earbud that picks voices up well. The voices sound more or less natural with little distortion. The buds also do a decent job blocking out external sounds. Here's a microphone sample for you guys to decide for yourself. Hey guys, we're using the Pixel Buds A series microphone to record this. Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. However, the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro provide better microphone performance, although they do cost significantly more. Now, coming to wireless connectivity, the Google Pixel Buds A series are powered by Bluetooth version 5.0, whereas competitors like the Oppo Enco X and the OnePlus Buds Pro use the new Bluetooth 5.2 standard. The earbuds don't support multi-device or multi-point pairing though, which can be disappointing, but not many earbuds at this price do. The earbuds support fast pair on Android devices, so all you have to do is open up the A series' charging case near your phone and just tap to connect. However, for some reason, fast pair refused to work on our Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, which is odd since it has previously worked with other earbuds with fast pair support. So we had to connect the traditional route by using the pairing button. Connectivity is solid. There were no lags or stutters we encountered during our testing period. As for latency, the buds have very little noticeable latency when playing games or watching content on phones, so you needn't worry about that at all. Now let's move on to the feature set on the Google Pixel Buds A series. Google has gone down a different route and has chosen not to add active noise cancellation to these buds, which may surprise some since it is a prevalent feature at this price and even lower. Instead, adaptive sound is Google's alternative to noise cancellation. Essentially, what this feature does is compensate for external sounds by simply raising the volume of whatever you're listening to automatically. Most users already do this manually. Say you're in a noisy office setting and you don't have ANC on your earbuds. Most people would increase the volume of the earbuds to be more immersed in the music. Here, the Pixel Buds A series does this for you on the fly by analyzing environmental sounds and adjusting volume levels accordingly. We found that this feature worked decently well in most instances. However, there were some cases when the volume levels weren't adjusted to desired levels or weren't adjusted at the right moment. Google may have also added this feature due to the lack of physical volume controls on the buds to adjust the levels manually. Honestly, we would have preferred to have volume controls so that we could be more in charge of them instead of letting AI dictate the levels. However, you can actually increase or decrease the volume by giving Google Assistant the command to do so. So we turned off adaptive sound and chose to just give the commands to Google Assistant to increase or decrease the volume levels. The Google Pixel Buds A series do come equipped with other touch controls for music playback and calls. You can pause or play music, skip between tracks, answer or decline calls, and summon Google Assistant using these controls. Now, most TWS earbuds in this price range come with an app that allows users to customize these controls according to their preference. Sadly, this isn't the case for the A series. The Pixel Buds app only gives users the option to turn off touch controls, but you cannot customize any of their functions, which is extremely disappointing. There are some nifty things you can do within the Pixel Buds app though. You can use the app to switch between normal and bass boost EQ modes, toggle adaptive sound, view battery levels, perform firmware upgrades, find your device, and toggle in-ear detection. Find your device is a useful feature that allows you to ring either earbud in case you have misplaced them, as long as it is connected to the phone. In-ear detection, on the other hand, is another useful and now ubiquitous feature that automatically pauses the music when the earbud is removed from the ear and resumes it when it is put back into the ear. One of the most interesting features of these earbuds is hands-free Google Assistant, which can be activated via the app. All you need to do is say, "Hey Google," to activate Google Assistant on these earbuds, and you can follow that up by any command you please, such as calling a contact, setting reminders, playing music, reading notifications, and more. Hey Google, call Mithun Mohandas.
Calling Mithun Mohandas.
Hey Google, play something by Foo Fighters on YouTube Music. Hey Google, can you be my French interpreter? Hello, good morning.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. How are you?
Comment allez-vous?
But Google also responded very quickly to the phrases that we wanted translated. All of this without having to press a button to activate it. It is a much more intuitive way of using Google Assistant with earbuds, and we found ourselves using Assistant a lot more on these earbuds than with any other TWS earbuds before. You also have the option of pressing and holding either bud to activate Assistant in a more traditional manner, but we can't think of any reason why you'd want to do that instead of merely speaking the wake phrase. Not only this, you can use the Pixel Buds to translate a language as well. We tried this out with French and Hindi and it worked very well. Not only was it accurate most of the time, but Google also responded very quickly to the phrases that we wanted translated. The earbuds are rated IPX4 water resistance, so they can easily shrug off light splashes and sweat. The buds also support single bud use, where either earbud can be used independently of the other. So the Pixel Buds A series have a fair number of features on them, some of which we really enjoyed, such as hands-free Google Assistant. However, some features we missed on these buds are manual volume controls, customizable controls, a larger variety of EQ presets or a customizable EQ, and finally, Qi wireless charging. Qi wireless charging in particular is present on buds such as the Oppo Enco X and OnePlus Buds Pro and can be useful to charge your buds in a pinch, especially with the new phones that have reverse wireless charging. The Google Pixel Buds A series' battery life is nothing to write home about. The wireless playtime on the earbuds is rated at 5 hours and the total battery life along with the charging case is 24 hours. In our tests, the earbuds lasted a little over 4.5 hours on a single charge, probably due to the fact that we had to listen to the earbuds at 80 to 90% volume due to the low overall volume levels. The charging case provided an additional 3 to 4 charges, keeping true to the company's rating. The A series' battery life pales in comparison to the OnePlus Buds Pro that provides a whopping 38 hours of total battery life and 7 hours on the earbuds alone without ANC turned on. It is marginally lower than the battery life of the Oppo Enco X and the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro that provide 25 hours and 26 hours of total playtime respectively. You also get fast charging support, where a 15-minute charge gives you about 3 hours of listening time. The battery also fully charges up from 0 to full in about an hour, which is pretty good. However, there's no Qi wireless charging support as we mentioned before. The Google Pixel Buds A series are nearly identical to the 2020 Pixel Buds. The Tamagotchi-esque charging case is almost the same size as well, but it does not have wireless charging support. Despite being a mid-range TWS product, the Google Pixel Buds A series manages to have a pretty premium aesthetic due to the matte finish and the rounded oval shape of the case. The case flips up open one-handed easily and snaps shut audibly, which we really like. Overall, it is a practical and functional design that doesn't look shabby at all. The case is also very compact and slides into pockets without bulging too much. The magnets that hold the buds inside the case are strong and the buds didn't fall out even when we shook the case with force. Moving on to the buds, they're compact and fairly lightweight, weighing 5 grams each. The buds have a dual matte and glossy texture that looks aesthetically pleasing. The back of the buds houses Google's G logo, and it also doubles as the touch-sensitive zone for controls. The touch zone responds well for the most part, with little to no misreads. The earbuds also have an angled tip that aids with fit and comfort. You also get earbud stabilizer arcs on both sides for added security. The box has 2 additional pairs of silicone tips as well. All of this combined ensures that the Pixel Buds A series provides an excellent fit that is not only secure but also extremely comfortable over hours of listening. People with smaller ears, however, may have an issue with the stabilizer arcs not perfectly tucking into the ear. Nevertheless, you can still use these earbuds when you're walking, jogging, or exercising since they have a secure fit and IPX4 water resistance as well. Priced at Rs 9,999, the Google Pixel Buds A series is a solid mid-range TWS with good sound and microphone quality, a secure and comfortable fit, and excellent integration with Google Assistant. The battery life is also pretty decent, but not the best we've seen in this price range. However, we're not convinced that adaptive sound can truly replace ANC when it comes to overall immersiveness. So other options in the same price range, such as the Oppo Enco X, Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro, and the OnePlus Buds Pro look more enticing from a features point of view. Additionally, we also prefer the sound quality of the Enco X and the Liberty Air 2 Pro over these buds, and the OnePlus Buds Pro makes a great case for itself over these due to stellar battery life and a huge feature set. So it is hard for us to wholeheartedly recommend the Google Pixel Buds A series over these competitors since they offer better performance in some areas or a larger feature set. However, if seamless Google Assistant integration is something you've got your eyes set on, then look no further than the Google Pixel Buds A series. That brings us to the end of the review. Do like and share this video if you've enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching.